This is my 2025 Ducati Streetfighter V4S and we are going to review it. So guys, I'm going to do this review from the perspective of me, who is just a road rider. I'm not a professional racer or anything like that, so hopefully it'll give a chance for a lot of people who are also just road riders a review that's a bit more user-friendly. Hope you enjoy. So guys, let's talk about the looks and appearance of this Ducati Streetfighter. For me, it's an absolute 10 out of 10. I adore it, I really do. The second thing is, I love the shape of the tank in comparison to the 2024 model and various models before that. I think it looks a little bit, I don't know, it just looks beautiful. It looks more aerodynamic and just generally it looks a lot better. So yeah, really happy with the shape of it. So for me, another thing which I absolutely love on the Streetfighter is the wings, the quadruple winglets, absolutely class. I love them. Obviously you've got the two red upper and the two black lower. Just a bit of knowledge for you, they create 45 kilograms of downforce at 168 miles an hour. Will I ever use any of this? Absolutely not in a million years, you know. My favorite sort of style of riding is through the mountains, tight and twisters, which I've got pretty much near my house. You know, yeah, 25, 30 mile an hour, tight, twisty roads. For me, spot on, but you know, they look cool. I absolutely love them. So guys, sitting in perfect harmony, you've got the forged wheels by Ducati, the Brembo brakes and the all-in suspension. They're married together so well, they look unbelievable. So the other thing, of course, which is quite controversial, the double-sided swing arm. Ducati says it improves performance and handling. Me, I do not have an issue with it at all. I actually really like it, so it's no complaints from me. But I understand there is a few people out there which would prefer the single-sided swing arm. So guys, I'm going to talk about my favourite thing about this bike, or at least one of my favourite things, maybe in the top 2 or 3. Yes, it is the Akrapovic half-system slip-on exhaust. It is absolutely 10 out of 10. It literally blows the roof off, so yeah, you will not be disappointed with it. So guys, let's talk about how this bike rides and how it handles. So it's an absolute joy to ride. The bike before this was a Ducati Panigale V4 2021, which was amazing. I'm a bit of a firm believer of horses for courses. When I test rode this bike, as you all know what happens, I went in for 2 new tyres and came out with this, which is kind of what happens for a lot of people, a lot of victims to the Ducati world. But this, when I'm riding it, I like the tight and twisty roads, mountain roads, which we've got loads of here in the northeast of England. Okay, it's amazing. When you're going in and out of corners, the bike just moves where you want it to. It flows so beautifully. The gears are quite close together, so you can go bap, bap, bap through the gears and it pops and bangs, which sounds unbelievable. The Ducati Panigale, which was amazing, it was quite difficult on tight, twisty roads for me to use. You know, again, horses for courses. If you're going to use it on track or big long sweepers, it's probably ideal. But for the tight, twisty mountain roads, which is what I like, I was struggling a little bit. I took this for the first time on the mountain roads and it was just 10 times better. So yeah, it's beautiful. It's comfy as well. You know, I've done 450 miles in one day. The next morning, a little bit sore, but you know, nothing too crazy. So yeah, thumbs up for me. So guys, let's have a little look at the dash, the TFT display. It is a 6.9 inch display, so it's plenty big enough, okay? The quality and the screen resolution is spot on, so you're not gonna have any complaints from me on that front. Let's have a little look. So here we go. As you can see, you turn the key and you get a nice picture of the Streetfighter there. So here we go. I'm not going to go into too much detail because you could do a video on this that would last 2.5 hours at least. So what you've got is, you've got on the right hand side all the different options. You've got traction control, ABS, brake control, wheelie control. As you see, that's down to a 1 for obvious reasons. So yeah, you can also click on the left hand side. You can change, you've got Sport, Evo, Race Evo. Now when you don't have the exhaust and the mapping, it will just say Sport and Road, etc, etc. So you can change all the suspension settings and everything like that. As I say, I'm not going to go into a huge video on the TFT because you'll be here for absolutely hours and stuff. But you can change all the suspension and everything through that display, through these buttons, which doesn't take long. So there's many things you can do. Again, looks spot on. So guys, now let's have a little look at all the extras that I have put on this bike. So the first thing is the wing mirrors, okay? These I think were about 15 quid from eBay. I can't remember who I bought them from or where I bought them from, but they were solid metal, very good quality, so absolutely no complaints from me. The original ones from Ducati are absolutely huge. I think these look really, really tasteful and blend in. So the next thing, guys, is the Evotech tail tidy. It is called the dynamic tail tidy. So let's have a little look at that. So here we are, guys. This is the Evotech tail tidy. We've got the light here, which shines down on the number plate. Branded Evotech indicators. There you go. And of course, obviously the dynamic edition, which is good. So that, obviously, when you ride in display, if you want to go on the track or other things, you can just sort of do that and make it disappear. Absolute magic. Okay, guys, the next thing for me, I think looks beautiful. Of course, it is the Evotech radiator guards. Okay, standard on this bike, the radiator is like a shiny silver, as you've seen before. So I think this not only protects it, but it adds a real edge to it, makes it look a lot more aesthetic with the rest of the bike. Let's have a little zoom. I do apologize about the seagull noises in the background if you can hear them, but yeah, there you go. Look at that, it just blends in so much better. As I say, normally when you take these off, the radiator is just shiny silver, which looks good, it looks okay, but black with that, oh God, it looks absolutely class. There it is, Evotech, lovely. Okay, guys, so the next thing I've added to this bike, which you can't see because it's buried away, is the Sprint P08 race air filter. This has got, obviously, the slip-on exhaust. It's been mapped by Ducati, so I wanted to get a race air filter for it. The Sprint P08 air filter comes as standard on the SP2 Panigale and also the Panigale V4R. So if you want that performance and you are putting slip-ons on, etc., then I would advise getting the air filter just to help it breathe that little bit better. So the next thing I want to talk about, guys, is the love and appreciation you get from other riders, okay? You get a lot of young kids coming up to you asking if they can take pictures of your bike and look at it and can you start it in various bits and pieces. So, you know, that's just an added bonus to it. You know, when I'm 34 years of age now. When I was 15 and 16, when I saw a Ducati, I used to have a picture of the 999 on my wall, and whenever I used to see one, I was just in absolute awe. So it's nice finally to be in that position where you're the old one with the Ducati and young kids are coming up to you asking if you can start it and that they've got posters on the walls. So yeah, there is that. It's a real nice little bonus. So guys, I think we are done with today's review of this 2025 Ducati Streetfighter V4S. If whoever's watched this, I really appreciate it. As I say, I'm very new to all this YouTube-y stuff. And again, with the review of this bike, I have done it from the perspective of just an average road rider. So I've not gone into incredible lengths about things that will go over my head and probably most average riders' heads. So I hope you can understand that. There's probably things I've missed off and things and maybe not got right on certain things. So, you know, apologies if that is the case, but I just hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you could like it and subscribe, that would be a huge help. So thank you very much, and I hope everyone, whoever's out there riding, stays safe and goes back to the families in one piece. So enjoy.